Hello and welcome back to Comic Bookie Bloggy Thingy. After a giant hiatus, the last time I came to you, it was at the launch of the New 52 from DC, and I don't think I actually posted that, the live footage from the comic shop on August 31st, the launch of Justice League number 1. That's okay though. And you're probably asking yourself, why is he wearing a pirate hat? Why wouldn't you wear a pirate hat? Just kidding. Gonna come at you. We're gonna talk about the new stuff from DC, some Marvel, some Image, some Dark Horse, IDW. A lot of stuff to cover, so let's get going. I didn't pick up all 52. Just there was some stuff in there: Animal Man, Resurrection Man, Hawk and Dove. I just didn't. I wasn't feeling it. But the ones that I did pick up. One is Frankenstein, Agent of Shade. Not issue number 1. That's okay. I'm still tracking these down as I go along. Arg. I'm going to change hats a lot, because that's what I do. I'm going to change hats. I think one of the issues or something, I spun around in a circle and I had some lasers in the background. I have to do stuff. That way I know you watch the whole thing and be like, oh, totally, I liked when he had the pirate hat on. Second book is Aquaman. Didn't think I was going to get Aquaman. Read the first issue, don't have it with me. I liked what I read. I think it's going to be fresh. Aquaman was a joke, to say it lightly. He was a joke. If you ever watched Robot Chicken, they grilled the hell out of Aquaman. You know, like, doo, 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 doo. You can talk to fish. They do that in issue number 1. They kind of grill him a little bit, give him some crap. Aquaman, surefire thing. Justice League Dark. It takes all the magical characters. The reason that I got that was that beeping. I don't know what the beeping is. It's somewhere in the room. Can't find it. So if you know where it's at, leave me a message. Let me know. They take Dead Man, Zatanna. A lot of the magical characters in the DC universe. I got it because I thought that that's where Captain Marvel was going to come from. A lot of you guys are like, who's Captain Marvel? Shazam. But they don't call him Shazam because it doesn't make any sense. Because if he's flying around and he's like, hey, it's really great to be Shazam, he'd turn back into Billy Batson and squash around on the ground. So it's Captain Marvel, despite the fact he's in the DC universe. Flash. Barry Allen's back. After the Flashpoint series, it all kind of... They started with Flash number 1, and they're kind of giving you a backstory. It didn't start out where they're like, oh my gosh, he was struck by lightning in a lab, all these chemicals, pow, now he's the fastest man alive. It's Barry Allen. They're starting new stories. I think these guys are, they're doing well so far. Action Comics number 1. Everybody's familiar with Action Comics. Superman. He's making the transition from Smallville to Metropolis, and we're all going to do it with him in the Action Comics series. Batgirl. That's right, kids. Barbara Gordon's back. She's Batgirl. She's no longer confined to a wheelchair. She's went through physical therapy. She's got the tights back on. Will it work? Tune in next week to find out. Green Lantern, number 1. These are 2 and 3 into the series now. Like I said, I'm a little behind, so we're going to do catch-up. A lot of you guys are asking, well, it's the Green Lantern. Hal Jordan was the Green Lantern. Or any of the rest of the myriad of Green Lanterns. Sinestro has the Green Lantern ring that was Hal Jordan's, Abin Sur's before that. If you don't know why, you're going to have to go back to the comic shop, get a couple back issues of the last series before they started the New 52 to figure out why he has it. And for those of you who don't think Hal Jordan's going to get that Green Lantern ring back, tune in to find out, and you'll be surprised. Deathstroke. Another book I didn't plan on picking up. I like it. I like it. If you read the book, it's going to kind of take you in a Losers. You remember the Losers? It was DC, but then it went to Vertigo, and then they made that movie. It's got kind of that feel to it, but there is a pleasant surprise at the end. Tune in to find out. Disappointed so far in Superman. One of the flagships of the DC universe. It's not impressing me so far. Perez, pick it up, dude. You're a legend in the industry. Prove it to me. I mean, you're doing well in other books. This one, not so much. Wonder Woman. Was never a huge fan of Wonder Woman. But towards the end there, I like what they did in the Flashpoint series with Wonder Woman, a lot like Aquaman. So I said, you know what I'm going to do in the New 52? I'm going to pick up Wonder Woman and find out exactly what makes Diana Prince tick. Justice League #1. In the Justice League series, this takes place 5 years prior to the storyline. Most of the stories, the DC Universe is 5 years old. Justice League #1, Batman meets Superman. Superman and Batman meet Green Lantern. Flash shows up because he's a friend of Hal Jordan. That's right, Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern. Like I said, it takes place 5 years prior to any of the other current storylines. So, meet all the rest of the members of the Justice League together as we read it along. Another surprise, All-Star Westerns. This takes place in Gotham City in the 1800s. Jonah Hex, the bounty hunter. If you watched the film, it was okay. Was never a huge Jonah Hex fan. Never really liked Western comics that much, but that's okay. I think this one's going to be pretty good. It's got a real Gotham Gates. If you didn't read the Batman miniseries called Gotham Gates, or Gates of Gotham, it was out earlier this year. Pick that up, and you'll kind of get a feel of what the All-Star Western is going to bring to the table. Prior to that, if you read Gotham by Gaslight, had a real Jack the Ripper, turn of the century, very industrial age feel to it. A little noir. Justice League International. Our guy Booster Gold's back. Booster Gold, I was turned on to Booster Gold by Jim Rohn, the owner of Creative Comics, 216 Main Street, Griffith, Indiana. Phone number is 219-924-1600. Give him a call. Jim turned me on to him, said, hey, you like Quantum Leap? You're really going to like Booster Gold. Booster doesn't have his own book, but I think he's going to be the focal point of the Justice League International. Green Arrow, that's right, Ollie's back, Queen Industries. There's that beeping again. I was a huge Green Arrow fan. Got hooked up after I read Quiver by Kevin Smith. Other books by Kevin Smith. He does Batman. He did some. He's currently doing $6 Million Man, Steve Austin stuff. Kev's a good writer. He did some questionable movies, according to people. I don't know. I've always liked Kevin's stuff. Green Arrow, pick it up. Good stuff. Birds of Prey. Come on, Birds of Prey. It's chicks and tights and fishnets, okay? I don't need to tell you anymore. Barbara Gordon's no longer in, as far as I know, the Birds of Prey, because she has her own book in Batgirl. But I think she'll make an appearance. She's still getting her feet, so to speak. So tune into that, and we'll find out more about that, too. Red Hood and the Outlaws. I liked what I saw. Because if you've ever seen Under the Red Hood, was it? I don't remember. Mask of the Red Hood. I don't remember what the DC film was, the animated film. It was pretty good. I liked what I saw, so I said, you know what? I like the Jason Todd story. I think they could do a lot with that. Starfire. There's an excellent splash panel of Starfire when she's getting out of the water at the beach. If that be the only reason you get this book, then get the book. Plus, it kind of stirred up a little bit of controversy at the end of the book. I cannot tell you what it is because then you won't go out and buy it. There was actually talk of pulling this book. If you ever get a chance, tune into I Sell Comics. Ming Chen and Mike Sapka. They do this show from Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, Red Bank, New Jersey, owned by Kevin Smith. It's available on iTunes. It's called I Sell Comics. It's also available on the Smodcast Podcast Network. Tune into that. New episodes every Thursday. The flagship of the DC Universe is Detective Comics featuring Batman. The very end page in this book has something so spine-tingling, so gut-wrenching, so awe-capturing that if you're a Marvel guy and you're like, I don't like DC books, get Detective Comics #1, read it, and I'm telling you, you'll be back. Batman, #1. Batman is Batman. Wayne's back. He is who he is. If you liked Batman before, you'll like Batman now. Read Batman. Batman and Robin. That's right, Wayne's back. This time he's brought Damian Wayne with him. His son from Talia al Ghul. I liked it. A lot of people don't care for the Batman and Robin series because of A lot of people said that it had poor writing the first time around. I liked them, the Grant Morrison stuff. A lot of guys don't like the Grant Morrison stuff. I liked what he did with them. Let's see if he can keep it up in the new series. That's pretty much it for the DC books right now. Like I said, I didn't pick up all 52 for good reason. Who wants to read Hawk and Dove? If you're a Hawk and Dove fan, I apologize. Not because you're a Hawk and Dove fan, because I'm not a Hawk and Dove fan. Not a Resurrection Man, Animal Man, stuff like that. Perhaps later on, I may kick myself in the rear, saying, damn, should have got those. On to the Marvel stuff. Fear Itself is over. Spoiler. If you don't want to know what happens at the end of the Fear Itself series, close your eyes and go like this, la 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 la, for just a couple seconds. Captain America dies, but not Steve Rogers' Captain America. Bucky dies. Whether he stays dead this time, who knows? We'll find out. Sorry, I had to change hats. Ghost Rider. Spoiler, if you don't know by now, Ghost Rider is no longer Johnny Blaze. Ghost Rider is a chick. That's right, a chick. What's cooler than a chick that rides a bike with a flaming head? I don't know. Pick it up. Seems to be pretty good so far. There was a little bit of crossover in the Fear Itself series. It was okay. The new Ultimate Spider-Man. Again, spoiler. If you don't know, Peter Parker's dead. The new Spider-Man is Miles Morales. A little bit of controversy with that too. There were some folks that said, can they pull off an African-American Spider-Man? So far, they're doing a pretty good job. I wasn't going to continue to read the book. After Parker died, I thought that was the end of it, actually. So I kind of canceled it. And then Jim Rohns over at Creative Comics says, you know what, man? This is just like Amazing Fantasy. When Spider-Man came out, we are getting to rediscover Spider-Man. I said, you know what, man? Never thought of it that way. Hook me up, Jim. I'll continue to read it. This book, Last of the Greats, it's an Image book. I haven't really gotten into it yet. Jim swears by it. He has read it several times. Matter of fact, I had to beat a copy out of him because I had to get I went to my box and I'm like, okay, cool, all my books are here. Wait a minute, where's The Last of the Greats? I just put it in there last week. He's like, yeah, I probably read it and set it down somewhere. He did. It was on the other counter. But Jimmy hooked me up with another copy of The Last of the Greats. Just a couple pages that I've read of it so far. Excellent stuff. Here was mine. This is my surprise. He allowed me to peruse his trades and his graphics. I picked up The Goon. The Goon is a story of a guy and his brother that were thugs in this town. But then all of a sudden, a zombie apocalypse exploded in his town, and now he's sort of an anti-hero, and he's taking care of business, the Slackjaws, if you will. Right, Frankie? That's right, Goon. Read him. You can pick him up. If you pick up any Goon title, no matter what it is, it's going to be great. He crosses over a lot. He did a crossover with Metalocalypse. He did a crossover with Hellboy. And I think he did a couple other crossovers. Cal McDonald Mystery. The Criminal Macabre. Jimmy said, hey, if you like The Goon, I even believe that Criminal Macabre does a crossover with The Goon. He says he'll like it, you know. If you're into The Walking Dead, I said, well, I've never really read The Walking Dead. Never really watched The Walking Dead. I know I should. I know that I'll be beaten for it, but I just haven't. But I'm in the middle of that. Excellent so far. These I can suggest to you. Another book I picked up recently, The Amazing Spider-Man, when he teams up with the Future Foundation. I gotta tell you, I'm not a Future Foundation fan. The book, to me, sucks. There's too much going on. If you don't know anything about the Fantastic Four, don't pick it up. The only reason I got it, I am a fan of The Amazing Spider-Man. He's a real wise ass. That's why I like The Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man was good stuff to me. But in the back of the book, there's a crossover with Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, and they just tear it up for like 3 or 4 issues. Excellent stuff. Well, that seems to be about it for this week. So, from Comic Bookie Bloggy Thingy,